Hi, and welcome to a very special episode of Wretched Rentals. We are here today with directors Toby Poser and John Adams. You might know them from such films as Hellhole, um, Mother of Flies, Hellbender, and a few other great ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Mother of Flies is my personal favorite so far.
how you guys doing?
Hey, we're great. Thanks, and thanks, Sam. But it's nice to be with you both. Thank you.
Yep, I'm
Yeah,
Now
doing
this
great here in New York. Everything's good.
Cool.
good.
This is not our first rodeo with these guys. I did an interview with them about a month ago, and I totally fucked it up. So this is take two. So welcome back, guys.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's great to be back. And I don't think you fucked it up. I think our internet sucks because we live in the middle of nowhere, which is a good thing. I
Yeah.
think probably two people living in the middle of nowhere means bad internet.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
it is a good thing, though. It's a good thing.
I will tell you this much. Um, it last time went so well. I'll probably not ask as many of the same questions, but there might be one or two that get sprinkled in again if that's cool with you.
Of course.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
awesome. So uh, first of all, what are you guys up to? Like, what's been going on in the life of the Adams family?
John, why don't you start?
I am editing a film that we shot all winter called The Glorious Dead, and I'm also doing music for it. So I'm just having a great time. We had a beautiful winter shooting together. Lulu and Zelda were here working with us. We had, I'm sure, as you guys had in Maine, a terrific, 2 feet of snow for the whole winter. We had a lot of storms,
Yeah.
and we wanted to make a real hard winter movie. So Mother Nature showed up, and as usual, was a genius actress. And so I'm just editing stuff now, and I'm in love with what I'm looking at.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm not too far from you guys. I'm here on a really fun movie set that's just about to start rocking, and had a beautiful drive up. But I'm been really jazzed about what we've been working on with the Glorious Dead, and I can't wait to go back and see some of the stuff that John's been stitching together. It's been super exciting winter.
Very
Nice.
cool.
So you're working in Maine right now.
Yes.
How are you liking the beautiful state of Maine?
I love Maine. John and I have spent a little time here, and we're always kind of gobsmacked by how beautiful it is. I'm on one of those beautiful islands,
Oh,
like the little
sweet.
fingers that go off of Maine. And
Yeah.
I just took a 5 mile walk, and it was just beautiful. Oof.
It is. It's beautiful. And the weather, I mean, for right now, the weather is pretty decent. It's beautiful out, so
It's a lot prettier
Yeah.
when the trees fill out, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So John, you were filming all winter long. You said, what kind of is this a horror movie?
Yes, it's absolutely a horror movie. Yeah, we love making horror movies. I don't know that we'll be making a drama for a while because there's just so much horror to do. This movie, we really wanted to delve into relentlessness, and we wanted to also delve into kind of like spiritual human horror. So Toby's a sheriff and Zelda's a deputy in this movie coming up, and it was a real joy to make. I love editing it. The humanity of it is really coming across to me, and I'm really happy. I hope people love it as much as we do.
Now, how do you guys like working together, all together as a family? Do you enjoy it? Are there difficult parts of it? What do you love about it?
I think it's one of the greatest gifts in the world that we have gotten to work together and are continuing to work together. Um, as you know, and will, however much the girls want to, but I look forward to keep on rocking with my lover John, and it's just been so beautiful to share this with them since 2010. The girls were 6 and 11, and it's the coolest thing because our lives and our creativity really kind of are interchangeable and intermeshed.
Yeah.
And that's a fun fun thing to grow together and learn together, and then have this kind of moments in time that you've worked hard together, um, frozen in through, cinema, through movies,
Yeah.
and getting to celebrate them afterwards on the festival circuit and thereafter, and then with people like you. It's something that the four of us, that we share that together, is really, really, really fucking cool.
Yeah. I love that so much. I found it so cool that you guys were a family and there were times that you truly like worked together, so you're together all the time. And I loved that. I thought it was so great. So I'm so happy to hear.
It really comes through in the movies too.
Yeah.
Like John and Zelda's characters in Mother of Flies.
Hmm.
Like you can feel there's I mean, I guess the word is chemistry, right? Like that relationship. Yaws and Zelda's in The Deeper I Dig,
Mm,
right? Like
yeah.
it's a great, you feel that like mother daughter relationship. It comes out so genuine because it is, you know.
That's why I'm so excited when you had mentioned the raw emotion of your new movie, because I was like, oh, this is so great. Like, because you guys have worked together and you are a family, that raw emotion, I'm so looking forward to it in this new movie.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Um, it's interesting because we were like, oh, let's make this next movie not be like strict family. Like all of our movies, we are related somehow. Either I'm Zelda's dad or Toby's Zelda's mom, or it's like, or
Mhm.
we're a family. So we've always been a family in all of our horror movies. And um, in this one, nobody's. Oh, actually, me and Toby are family in this one, but Zelda's not in the family. And it's really fun to watch their like dynamic, like as you said, their chemistry, Philip. It's like it just, you can't shake it loose. But what's nice about it is when like Toby's the sheriff and Zelda's the deputy, there's this beautiful emotional connection between these two people, and it
Mm.
really comes across fun. And I think it's important to the story that we're telling, right, Tobe? It helps drive what the point of this next story is.
Yeah, yeah, because like we're not related, we're not like mother and daughter, but we have this beautiful relationship and we're good friends, and there's a lot of like companionship and respect and protectiveness there. That's kind of beautiful. I mean, you don't have to be share blood to love someone, right?
Right,
True.
That's for
right.
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Um, do you guys? I'm gonna go a little off script here. Do you guys have a favorite horror movie of your own?
Yeah. Toby, what's yours?
That we've made,
Yeah. How about one that
or
you made and then
or
one that you just love regardless? Yeah.
oh, oh, okay. Well, I love lately. I've been kind of on a, I'm going to say something different because I have a few that are always in my arsenal. So I'm going to say something different. I love, um, and I keep wanting to go back to the ones that I always go back to. Um, well, I'm really a fan of Let the Right One In. I do always
Oh,
often say that, but I just always go back to that film. I love it.
it's one of my favorites actually too.
I
Yeah, I
can't
have a lot of.
get.
Oh, go ahead, Toby.
No, 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 no. Please go on, John.
No, I want to hear what you say.
Yeah, no, yeah, I can't get tired of that film. I think about it a lot, and I love how cold it is. And yet, within the blue coldness of it, there's a lot of love there, and it's a painful love, and it's the coming of age story, even for like this vampire and the old vampire in the body of this young girl. It's just, it's so painful and beautiful and sad, and when their people are replaced. Um, and then in terms of our movies that we've made. That's really tough because I love each one so much. I have to say, um, Where the Devil Roams is kind of Yeah, I can't answer that. I'm sorry, because they all have something beautiful. Like I'll say Where the Devil Roams is fun because it was a new, very new kind of bold vision for us.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's my favorite. I don't know. You go ahead, John.
Um, I love so many movies. I could give you a bunch of favorites, and it just kind of runs the gamut. But I think what I should say is like the most recent movie that is my favorite, which is The Plague, that is out right now. We saw it in Sweden at the Stockholm Film Festival, and it was just amazing. But I can also say The Innocents. I could go back and say The Thing. I could say Phantasm. Each of them, it's like bands. It's like, what's your favorite band? I can. It kind of depends on who's playing.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
Because
fair.
right.
generally whoever's playing is my favorite.
So last time we talked, Toby had brought up A Severed Son,
Mm.
and I went
Oh
back
yeah.
and I watched it, and I absolutely loved it. I got to tell you, it was a great recommendation.
Oh, cool. Yeah, the director and I were kind of connecting on Instagram for a while, and um his whole town there looks so cool. Anyway, yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you liked it.
Oh, I loved it. Yeah. Um, let's see. Is there a like a pet project that you've wanted to do that you haven't done yet? Something that you've been like you've I don't. I guess I asked that right. I don't have to add more words to
Yeah.
that.
That's a great question. Um, I think my answer is that every pet project that we have, we do. Like we when we talk about movies and we're like, "Ooh, we should make something about this." Generally, if we really feel strongly about that, we do it. Because I don't really have, me personally, I don't really have any dream projects out there that like I can't do, and that might be because I don't dream bigger than my abilities. Um, but I don't think I have a pet project that I haven't done because like the one we just shot, that was something we really wanted to do and
Right.
we did it. Toby, how about you? Do you?
Yeah, I think, I'm reminded of this while I'm here in Maine on the water. I would like to do something that is really kind of set on the water sometime. Doesn't necessarily mean the ocean. It could be like a lake, um,
Right.
really built around a river, uh, but more like a big body of water. I think I'm kind of intrigued by and might want to dip our toes into sometime. No pun intended.
I see what you did there.
Toby,
Yeah.
maybe it should be called Mother of Octopi.
Maybe it should.
Well, if you need anybody to die in one of your films, I'm putting my resume in right now. It's a bucket list of mine. So
All right,
We
Phil.
we would
Careful what you
love
wish
to
for.
kill you. Yes.
ha- have life willing to travel.
So out of all, you've done horror movies, you've done some drama there as well. But out of everything you've done, and you guys have a behind the scenes look of how everything works and affects and all of that. Is there anything that still creeps either of you out?
That's a
That's a
really
good
fun
one.
question. Y- Um, yeah, I'm still pretty terrified of alligators and crocodiles. Like
Okay.
they're kind of my scary animal. They scare the shit out of me.
They're
Okay.
also on a body of water. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know, and I was kind of, I'm not exactly a snake person, but in Mother of Flies, I kind of bit the bullet and was like, I got to be
Yeah.
brave now. I
Yeah.
got very close to that snake, and it was good for me to do.
Yeah.
But I don't feel that way about alligators.
And what about you,
I
John?
think yeah, I think the only thing that scares me is the concept of like spiritual loneliness. You know, and there was a movie that was made, I don't know whether you guys saw it, that I think was good, and it touched on that subject. I don't think many can touch on that subject well because it's a bit mental. but there was a movie called The Harbinger that kind of did that. Did you guys see The Harbinger?
No.
I've not seen it.
Sorry,
No.
no.
It's
Put
cool,
that on the
and
list.
I know.
that
I
stuff
know.
still bothers me. The idea of what's touched on in that movie. I won't give it away. So if you see it, you can have fun with it.
Okay. We'll definitely take a look.
I
Yeah.
think I've I think I've watched about 7 or 8 of your films, and
Wow.
Well, thank
they all
you.
say written by you guys. But then I watched an episode of Tales from the Void,
Yeah.
Oh
and
yeah,
I and you guys directed that. Um, how did you get involved with that?
Tobe.
Oh, we got involved with that. They reached out to us through our manager Nick McCabe, and he sent it our way. And we were like, yeah, this would be great. And we talked to them, the people at Paper Street, and we were like, this would be so much fun. I mean, it was the first time we were hired just as directors. We didn't write it. We were not producing it. We were
Yeah,
just directing it, and it was a wonderful experience. I mean, John didn't edit it. We didn't score it. I mean, they were edited and scored by just the most talented people that, and it was really cool for us. And we got to be in on the casting. I mean, that the girl is tremendous. I mean, the whole cast is great. Um, it was really fun for us, right, John? We got to go to Canada, Sault Ste. Marie.
Yeah, it was super positive. It was a really neat experience. I mean, we were like, what do you exactly want us to do? And they're like, just direct. And it was like, oh, yeah, that sounds good. The thing that attracted us to it was a super brutal story involving a kid. And,
Mm.
yeah,
we, not that we like
In the
to make kids go through brutality, but it's,
Oh, come on.
a subject that is fucking, we can do it, and it's, Hellbender is that. Actually, The Deeper You Dig is that. And also
yeah.
what we liked about that story was it took place in nature. So we knew that we could, we like working with kids and we like working in nature. So those two kind of things we were down with. And they were really great people, everyone on that crew.
I can tell you guys like working in nature. Every one of your films has this beautiful look to it. This
Oh.
with the trees and it's stunning. It's like Ansel Adams on steroids. Or
Phil has a thing about particular overhead shots that he loves,
I do.
and overhead shots of trees and vastness and heavily, wooded areas are his thing. And he, every time we would be watching one of your movies, that was one of the first things he would say is, somebody has a love for like vastness and trees. He's like, I gotta know who it is. Yeah.
Yeah, we're so lucky where we live because we do have access to unlimited nature. We're in the western side of the Catskill State Park, which is big,
Wow.
super beautiful, and not many people. So wherever we go, we're alone. We rarely bump
Yeah.
into anybody. We can shoot wherever the hell we want, and it's so rare that we bump into anybody. So it's a lot. I imagine. Well, yeah, it's a lot like Maine. Like when we go to Maine, we feel, oh
Yeah.
wow, this is a
Yeah.
lot like the Catskills. You guys are lucky because you have, lakes, rivers, and the ocean. We have lakes and
Mm.
rivers, but it's beautiful. And yeah, you're right. We love nature. We love nature in the summer, spring, fall, winter. It's yeah, it's a love affair.
Yeah.
You had said that while editing the newest movie, you brought up that nature is a hell of an actress.
Yeah.
Um, do what is there like a season that you prefer to work in? Because I feel like it's winter, and I feel like you guys utilize like that feeling of like isolation in winter so well.
Toby, how about you? Because I know my answer, but I actually, before I answer, I want to hear yours.
Yeah, and I think I know your answer. I particularly love the fall and the winter. but I mean, fall may be my favorite. I love the colors and I love when things are
Mhm.
starting to die. But then in winter, there's nothing like blood on the snow, the crisp blueness of it. The trees in the throes of death, like
Mm.
naked and yeah. But I guess if I had to choose, probably just fall. I love fall.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's absolutely winter. I could just shoot the rest of my life in winter. What I love about it is it's so stark, and it's like, what are the old black and white movies? What's that era called? That's noir, right?
Film noir.
Like
Yeah.
Noir and
film noir,
we
right?
and
Like film, like when you shoot in winter, you're forced to film noir. And it just is given to you, especially where we're from in the Catskills, because the trees get super black and they have lichen on them. So it's very monochromatic. It's
Hmm.
it it just looks a very specific way. Like the Catskills look a lot different than, say, the Rockies. Like I think the Rockies, if you're out in the Rockies, it's super majestic. If you're out on the plains, it's very light. But the Catskills are often overcast. The trees get super black, so the mood is kind of brutal. Like to me, it's
Mm.
beautiful, but it's kind of brutal, and it just works really well with the stories we like to tell. We like to tell stories about kind of broken people trying to find their heroism, and that is what the Catskills are. It's kind of beat up, and like, yeah, it's just great.
Well, winter works well for horror because now you have two villains. You have the villain that's on screen
Yeah,
plus the nature could just take your life at any second in
The
that.
elements of it
Yeah, it's
all. Yeah.
just so you're working against two different
agreed.
villains in there.
great
Yeah, I
point.
think that's a great point. The only other way you could get a villain out of nature is in the desert. You can either get frozen to death or cooked to death, but everything in between is relatively safe. So you're right. And Toby and I were planning to shoot our next movie in the desert, actually. So
Oh,
that'll
That
be
great.
sounds
different.
like a vacation.
Yeah. I don't know. The desert can be pretty hard,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, is there
Yeah.
like a horror icon that you guys would like to work with that you haven't worked with?
Um.
Um,
I
it's so
mean,
funny because
yeah.
go ahead, John.
Even
No. I
even
want to
behind
hear
the
you,
scenes,
Toby.
even if they're not even on camera.
It's funny, John and I. It's we rarely kind of think in that way. Sometimes we'll say, "Oh, it'd be fun to work with that actor." Sometimes we'll say that because we like the actor, but more than anything, they just seem like cool people who would kind of fit in with the wily ways that we work. But even then, it's hard to it. Like back in the day, this was way before it happened. We used to say, "Oh, it'd be fun to like cast Pamela Anderson in our films, but without any makeup and really just like rough and raw and down to earth." And now she's kind of had a big boom again. But I
Yeah,
don't know. What do you say, John?
I think I love very many horror icons. So I love watching them, and we always turn to each other. And I could just rail off a ton of people that I think are just terrific horror icons. But I love celebrating kind of real people, and that's
that's fair.
what we're very lucky about, being able to have people work with us that are just real people. So like I'm sitting, in town because I got bad internet, and we've shot here at the IGA using the guy who works at the IGA. We've shot over at the mobile station with the guy who works at the mobile station. We've shot in the diner over here with the waitress that works there. It's like, um, I'm more interested in having fun with real people and telling stories about as close to real people as we can. I think that that's what separates us from like Hollywood or like horror icons, is that we're just
Yeah,
tiny people.
Yeah.
And
I love
so
that.
that's all I want to do.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That that said, we did get to work with Todd Masters on Hellhole
Oh,
in
Oh
Serbia,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
and I think we
yep.
would work with him again in an instant because he is just wonderful, and his team is so talented, and he is so kind and generous, um, and just loves what he does. So that's my icon.
I loved
He's an
so much.
icon.
I loved so much how you guys just talked about, utilizing the people, in your town or whatever town that you're shooting in, and everyday people for so many different reasons. One, for people like
Yeah.
us who just love horror, right? And you just happen to be working one day and they're like, "Hey, we're going to be shooting here. Could you please?" Or, and to me that's so cool because it kind of gives the everyday person an opportunity to see how all of that works and what that's like. And I think that's so great. Just
I
my
agree.
opinion.
I
Yeah.
agree. And we did a podcast a little while ago, and the podcaster said, "Hey, um, I would love to get killed in one of your movies if you ever." And it's funny because we were going to use my brother-in-law for a certain scene, and he couldn't make it. So I was like, "Can you work on Wednesday?" And he was like, "Oh my God, are you serious?" And he came up, and he was genius. And
That's
but
so great.
everybody's genius.
I'm taking Wednesday
Yeah,
off.
everybody's genius because they are who they are. And
Right.
Yeah,
it's they don't have to act. All our job is when we film real people is to get them to feel relaxed around us so that they just are who they are. And then suddenly you have this beautiful person because everybody's beautiful because if they can, because they're themselves. And it's
Right.
great. I also,
well,
I'm talking too much, but I would also say that the horror community, like you two, you guys have a vast knowledge of horror, of
No,
the
thanks.
filmmaking process, of characters, of all this stuff. So asking like you guys, hey, we'd like to kill you in a movie, you already come with this vast understanding of you're already 80% there. You know what I
right.
mean? Like that's what's great about the horror community.
Yeah, everyone's been so great to us in the horror
Yeah,
community.
we've really lucked out.
Yeah, so far. And it's been so wonderful. And I love it so much because there's so many people just willing to share their vast, knowledge with you or, willing to do an interview. And I've just experienced just great people and a great community overall with horror. Yeah.
You got that
Us
right.
too.
Yeah.
With that being said, I saw that Zelda got to work with Lloyd Kaufman at one point, so just a little jealous there.
Did she? Yeah, Zelda is doing her thing, and we love watching Zelda do her thing. It's so great. She's such a good, kind person, and we're both thrilled. Spread those wings, girl.
Yep.
Um, Toby,
Yeah.
as a bass player, I have to agree with you. The song at the beginning of Hellbender did need a bass solo. So
Well, I have to turn this back to John because he is our bass player and writer, and thankfully he taught me just how to place all the Hellbender songs for that we were shooting. But it's my dream that I could play a bass solo, but I can't.
what I've been playing for 20 years terribly, so it's okay.
What kind of bass?
Oh, I played a Fender Squire,
Nice.
jazz.
Oh,
I
nice.
played a Washburn. I had like
Oh,
three or
great.
four of them.
Like three or four
Yeah,
sitting around. Yeah.
yeah.
Great. Those
So
are all fun ones.
Were there any like just one last question for me? Were there any like Easter eggs that you guys, sometimes in horror, um throughout horror, there's, notoriously like Easter eggs thrown into movies from other movies or what have you. Have you guys done any of that within that maybe I've missed? Or because I couldn't find any. I don't know if Phil found any, but so I was wondering if there were a few that you might share with us.
I think we have a lot of Easter eggs because
Yeah.
we are
I'm
like
blind.
pros at recycling stuff.
Right.
Like for instance, the hat I'm wearing right now. This hat
Mhm.
was worn by Zelda's character Eve in Where the Devil Roams. Um,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's and I yeah, and then I had someone wearing it in something else. And then we always what's the biggest like Easter egg is pretty much any kind of prosthetic or dead body has been in all of our films since probably like Hellbender. So
Okay.
we used a lot of things in where the devil roams like heads and arms, and those things are still, you still see that arm or that hand um like in the movie we just made, The Glorious Dead. So those body parts find their way into all our movies.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot more than that too. I mean, there's a lot of Easter
Jesus,
eggs.
there's like the
Yes.
Jesus.
Yeah, yeah, don't tell them it all. You're giving all our fun away. She's got to look. You got to go look for them. No, you don't get to know. No dice. There's a lot, and they're really fun, and we love talking about, ooh, let's throw this in here. Let's put it on this person. Let's do this. We also throw in Easter eggs that are references to other movies that people notice. And sometimes somebody just realized we dropped an Easter egg that we didn't know we dropped. And that's also fun because
Oh,
subliminal
that's
Easter
cool.
eggs are really cool because we didn't even know it. And then someone points out, oh my God, great Easter egg. And you're like, holy crap. And then you pretend that you knew it, and, all
Yeah,
is good.
fair. Yeah, I'm always pretending. What do you, I only got like one or two more. What do you guys do when you're not filming? What's your laid back activity?
Well, at pretty much at the end of the day, when John's kind of tired of editing and he's like, okay, it's time for me to like shift my eyes to something else. My favorite thing to do with John is just to crawl into bed. It's so funny. We can make a film, but we can
Okay,
hardly
stop there, Tobe.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah.
So so like we don't have a television set. We don't have a big screen. Now I'm all flustered.
Ah!
So we like what we do is we put the laundry basket or like our trash can on its side, and we place like my laptop on top of it, kind of like I am right now with like pillows where I'm staying. And we just like kind of straddle our legs around the pillow with the laptop, and that's how we watch a movie. And it is so primitive and it is so funny, and half the time our Wi-Fi sucks, so it's really hard to stream things. But I love it. It's my favorite thing to do with John at the end of the day.
I love
We
Watch
that.
the
also
movies.
take a lot of walks together. Um, we cook a lot of food together.
I like
We
that.
drive a lot together. It's like, since we live in the middle of nowhere, a fun date for us is like, oh, let's drive an hour and a half to go to like a grocery store an hour and a half away because they got
Is
organic
that,
food.
is that
And
relatable?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it's
really cool.
and it's just fun because we get in the car, we listen to music, we just talk
Mhm.
about everything. We go to the store for 5 fucking minutes and get like organic broccoli. It's not about the organic broccoli, it's about hanging
Good
out with
time.
Toby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm obviously a big fan. Is there anything in any one of your films where, like, you look back and you're like, oh, I wish we had done something a little bit different in this one, or like changed up just this one little thing, or is there anything that, like, when you look back at your catalog, you're like, oh, we could have did this a little bit differently.
How about you, Toby?
I mean, you always learn from them. That's just a fact. You always learn, oh man, we could have taken 5 minutes of air out of that film, let's say. But in a way, that's kind of beautiful. It serves its person. I mean, it serves its person purpose. Boy, I can't say that. Because then you move on and you think, well, I'm going to try to take some air out of the next one. But I kind of love the air in the first one. Like our first film, Rumble Strips. I remember after and that was 85 minutes long, which isn't very long. And I remember we showed it to our friends and they said, it's very French. And I think they meant that it's like got a lot of pauses.
Yeah.
But that was the moment in time, and that was our first film, and we were learning. I'll have to think more while you're answering, John.
Every single film is faulty. Every single film has mistakes. Every single film,
I disagree.
but but what I was going to say is I am going to ultimately agree with you. They are what they are, and I love them. It's so like even things that. So I never say, "Ooh, I wish I had not done that," or "I wish I had not done that." I look at those films, each of them. I love them. They also encapsulate where we were. They bring back a ton of memories. So zero regrets, zero resets.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But we do, um, like we're working on a new movie now. So we'll talk about everything from Rumble Strips to Knuckle Jack to The Shoot to Deep You Dig, The Hatred, Where the Devil Roams, Hellhole. We'll talk about all those movies. About we did good on this, we did bad on this. Let's not do that again. So it's not about any regrets or wanting to do anything different. It's only about the future and using our past as a guide.
So, yeah, I love that. So basically, each one is imperfectly perfect in your eyes. And instead of going back and
Yeah.
changing, you're just moving forward and changing and progressing, moving forward. I love that. I think that's great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Also,
It's like if you were to say to AI, show me a handsome man, that you would get an image of a handsome man. But
you would
that's
get a
not a
picture of me,
handsome
yes.
man. That's not a
Right.
handsome man to me. A handsome man to me is the guy behind me at the grocery store because he's who he is. So you look behind and there he is and he's handsome.
And he's
Uh,
real.
Right.
and that's
It's
that.
all
Yeah,
subjective to
that's
the
right.
viewer. Yeah.
But it's the
Um,
reality of it all. It's the everything goes into the soup stuff. Anyway.
I do have to say this before we let you go. About a week ago, I think it was, I watched Knuckle Jack,
Mm.
and I absolutely
All
fell in
right.
love with that film. I fell in love with it.
Oh,
I can't like I don't know why it hit me so hard, but it did, and I was like, that was such a great movie. Like, thoroughly enjoyed it.
thank you.
Um,
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
is a sweet one.
I
okay,
I I have a hard time watching that one because yeah, it would probably just make me cry.
uh, it is very emotional. um, one last question. This is my absolute last question. There's so many subgenres of horror. Do you have a favorite?
I will watch anything to do with vampires. I love vampires. I do.
Okay.
Um, I guess uh I guess a really good monster movie.
All right, John.
And
I'm with
that
you.
means
Creature
something
feature.
like yeah, like a really good monster movie. I am super down with because I think that's where I fell in love with horror in the first place was when I was a tiny kid watching black and white King Kong and Godzilla. Those I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
was like, wow, wow. So, but there was something about those still to this day that are exceptional. They're masterpieces, those originals.
Okay, so
Well,
King Kong. Did you like the original Mighty Joe Young?
You know what? I haven't seen that. I know the movie you're talking about, but I haven't seen it. Should I go watch it?
Yeah, it's one of the ones my dad shared with me. I cried as a kid when at the end. it's a good one.
It's how is it related? What is it about? Can you run me the quick elevator pitch?
Yeah, yeah. So it's he's a giant ape, not as big as King Kong, and they bring him. He works in the carnival. Um, he gets out at the end. There's children stuck on a merry-go-round during a fire. He saves them, but ultimately he perishes.
Oh my God, great! Sounds to me like the Iron Giant.
Yeah.
Yes, that's one of
That's
my favorite household movies when my oldest was younger. Um oh, I must have seen that movie at least 200 times at this point. It was just everything
yeah,
Lucky
was
and
you.
it's
done.
our favorite too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Lucky you. It's
just
our family
so
favorite too.
yeah, it's so great.
Incredible.
It's so great. Well,
And
thank you
you guys have
guys
the
so
advantage of
very
watching
much.
it in Maine. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
So
yeah.
you can look out the
yes.
window while
Oh
you're
dear.
watching the Iron Giant. You look out the window and you're like, we're here in the land of the Iron Giant.
We'll hide
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Right.
we actually live in the town where Jumanji was filmed.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Parts
Cool.
of
Yeah.
yeah, parts of Jumanji. Yeah.
Uh, so right before you guys go, is there anything you guys want to like you got coming out? You want to plug? You want to throw out there? What are you working on?
Uh, I, I just want to say thank you guys. And I look forward to hopefully coming back and talking with you about the Glorious Dead.
Yeah,
I
Absolutely.
absolutely.
second that.
Thank you so
And it
Awesome.
was
much.
Thank you guys for doing this.
great to talk
We
to you
love it.
both, Em and Phil. Thank you. And I'm
Yep.
Yeah.
waving
Thank
at you.
you. Thank you, Toby. Thank you, John, so much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks a ton.